Welcome to Ultimate Autographs. You have found the internet's best live break room featuring signed sports memorabilia and autographed sports cards inside the most exciting mystery boxes. If you're new to breaking with us, we can help break it down to make it as easy as possible to understand. First, head to the live break page and look for a series that suits your interests. Most of the series will have 8 spots, which represent the 8 NFL divisions, but other sports breaks or mixers may vary. If you purchase one spot, that means you have a 1 in 8 chance to win an item at an extremely discounted rate. Then click Add to Cart to purchase your live break spot. Once you have completed your checkout, tune in to the next available live breaks broadcast on Facebook, Twitch, or YouTube at 7 p.m. Central Time any day of the week, or 4 p.m. on weekdays, along with 2 p.m. on weekends. As you watch, you will see your name appear on the screen. When your specific break begins, your name will go into the randomizer and will be randomized a specific amount of times based on that evening's dice roll number. Once the randomization is over, the list of names of people that bought into that live break will be matched up with a specific division. If the item that is pulled from the mystery box matches your division, congratulations, you just won an incredible piece of signed memorabilia that will be shipped straight to your door. Want to guarantee yourself an item as opposed to testing your luck? Most of the series that you see on the live break page can be purchased under the mystery box tab of our website. Those boxes can either be shipped directly to your door or opened on the air before being sent to you. While you are there, make sure to sign up for our Signature Points Club. This exclusive club earns you points towards specific discounts, signed items, or exclusive events each and every time you buy at ultimateautographs.com. Well, the time has finally come. Let's get breaking.
Hello and welcome to Ultimate Autographs. I'm Kamen here with Colin. We are ready for a great show. A lot of good stuff in the room, Colin. I take a day off yesterday and there is series galore up. New college series, new Naughty or Nice reps, most headliners out there in both those series. We have in the end zone diamond helmets, just a few left. Then we'll drop that load of dice, right?
Man.
So that's going to be a lot of fun. Football slabs, just 10 to go. Peyton Manning's out there. So going to be a huge show. Looking forward to a lot of fun. How are you doing today?
I'm good, man. It was a lot of fun yesterday. Should be a lot more fun today. Still plenty of headliners in all of the series. A lot of heat outside of that.
It seems like we haven't had a bad day in about 2 weeks. It's been
It's
nothing
nice.
but fire in the break room. We have the best customers in the business. They are making this a lot of fun. So we'll get the show started. 2 virtual dice, looking for 6 or higher on the dice roll. 6 and a 1. 7, that will do. Let's see what we're chasing today. Wheel of Names, chase item of the day. Here we go. I love how you came up with that new wheel spin. It looks so much nicer,
Yeah, you
man.
can actually see the numbers.
Yeah, didn't get a chance to tell you, but I believe that was you that did that, right?
Yeah, me and Joe were kind of forced into it. And,
Okay.
You know, it works out.
Well, good things come out of, technology issues once in a while, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So the jerseys are the chase today. Every jersey break that fills up will get entered into a chase wheel spin. Good news. We've got a jersey break already filled up. So
Yeah,
we got
we
a
do.
chase wheel spin guaranteed.
Beautiful.
Before that, we have the band is on the field. The band is on the field.
I love it.
The college mixer. I actually showed that to my girlfriend, I think last week, and she thought it was cool. So she's like, you would make that call. That's how you would call that. I was like, I know.
It's such a great call.
It's such
historic.
It's legendary. It's one of the most iconic. Look who's back in the break room. The minibus, Jerome Nightpaver. What's up, Jerome? I think he's been in with you before, but
Yeah.
Jerome is one of our big-time spenders, big-time personalities in the break room. So good to have him back. Adam Cantwell has become a break room regular in this break. James Stanhope, another break room regular. Tom Kladek is a pretty new guy, I believe. And I'll be honest, I'm not even sure. Scott Fulgham. Scott, is that a pretty new customer?
New yesterday. So interesting story.
Okay.
Eric. Do you remember Eric?
Which one? There's Eric McCartney. There's another Eric.
Eric Fobert.
Eric Fulgham.
He's got a twin brother
new
named David Fobert.
Oh, okay.
Brought David in, brought his cousin in, and
Okay.
that's Scott.
Perfect.
So it's a whole family affair here.
Eric is a super nice guy.
He is a really
He's
nice
a
guy.
nice guy who brought a lot of energy.
He won a lot of heat yesterday.
He did? Okay.
Oh, yeah.
What's the best thing he won off the top of your head?
God, what is the best thing? Off the top of my head, oh God, I don't remember exactly what he won. He won an Eckler jersey, got that Eric Dickerson authentic. He got the Trevor Lawrence authentic in the college. The guy went crazy.
You can tell why he's bringing these guys in.
Yeah.
I was with him, I think, on Tuesday, his first night in the break room. He said he was having a great experience. Wasn't winning. Now he starts winning. The experience is even better.
I think he went 5 for 9, he said yesterday.
That's not bad.
Not at all.
All right, I have not heard on a box number from these guys, so I'm going to head to the randomizer. Now we'll let the randomizer pick our box number. The band is out. The band is on the field. So looking forward to some heat in this series. So John Elway, I believe, played in that game, Colin. I think that's why the series is named after that. He was the Stanford quarterback. So that's the inspiration for the series name.
That's fantastic.
That's actually such a cool piece of memorabilia. I'm such a big fan of John Elway. I think it's a mini helmet, but given the player, it's just so cool.
It's a nice mini helmet too, though. Black, I think, with the red Stanford. It looks really nice.
That's cool. We'll do box 15, the Patrick Mahomes box, 15 going off the ticker. So we'll keep the randomizer up. Everyone that's out there, which is a decent amount of people watching us, please drop in and say hello. We don't bite. The break room is more fun when these guys are talking. Colin, I like talking to you, but I'd like to get these guys involved as well.
It's all right. You can admit it, Kamen.
All right. Let's go. Scott's in here saying, let's go. All right, Scott.
He's
Let's
back.
get it. 6 and 7 clicks. Scott's got the ACC. We have Jerome, the minibus, in the Big 12 and the Big 10. We got Adam in the SEC, James in the Pac-12, and Tom's got the independent or group of 5. So we have box 15. Eric's in here as well. So, I mean, these guys are here. They're here to have a good time, Colin. I don't blame them. So the Mahomes box is coming up. Looking forward to some heat, and this band is on the field. Such a cool series for sure. Our college, heavy box. I know we have some reps. I think there's some authentics in here too. So you never know what's coming out. We ripped through the last college series so quickly that we had to drop a new one pretty much right away.
This one's been just as good so far, in my opinion.
Perfect. Love to hear that. All right, here we go. Band is on the field. We got box 15 out of 40. Good luck, guys. Let's see some heat. I think this, I can't tell. It might be a rep. My judgment of rep and authentic is not always spot on, but it's definitely a heavy helmet. I think it's a rep here. As for the player, oh my goodness, Colin, this is the way to start the show. We might have our hit of the show in the first box.
No way.
We've got a Tua, where legends are made, shut replica, Alabama Crimson Tide.
Dang.
This is a fantastic helmet. It is, of course, Fanatic certified, QR sticker on the back. Tua is first in the NFL in QBR, QB rating. It's not Mahomes. It's not Josh Allen. It's not Joe Burrow. It's not Jalen Hurts. It's this man right here, Tua. I think he lost 2 games in his college career. One was to that Joe Burrow team, maybe the best college team ever. And then I think he lost maybe one other game. I think it was the national championship to Trevor Lawrence.
Jeez.
So such a great college player, such a great NFL player as well. That's the SEC. That's a single spot snipe. Adam Cantwell.
Dang.
Congratulations on that one. $37 a spot. For $37, he has taken home the Tua replica helmet where legends are made, Colin.
That's unbelievable, man.
Wow.
What a hit, Adam.
Wow. Adam Cantwell. I think this guy was on a trip to Minnesota. I'm not sure if he's still out there, but usually a pretty active guy in the chat. I would be pretty pumped about this one, the Tua. So Tua's actually now second in QBR, still first in quarterback rating. Such a great player. I've got him as, maybe you'll disagree as an Eagles guy, but I've got Tua number 2 or number 3 on my MVP list. I've got
right there.
The top 4. I've booted Josh Allen to number 5.
Ooh.
Here's a little controversy. Mahomes is number 1. Then the next 4, I think, are all pretty even. Tua, Jalen Hurts, Joe Burrow, and Josh Allen.
Yeah, I can see
but
that.
I think Tua, for me, you can make a case for him being number 2 MVP right now.
Absolutely.
Such a fantastic player. Scott saying congratulations as well. So nicely done, Adam, on the Tua shot replica.
That's amazing.
Holy moly.
I don't know if he's a Bama fan, but if you're a Bama fan, that is a sick lid. Even better. Where legends are made, truer words have not been spoken about a college football team.
Colin, you say if you're a Bama fan, that makes it all the wow better. But even if you're not a Bama fan, you got to be a fan of this helmet.
Oh, you cannot be.
Unless you're a diehard Bills fan and you're threatened by Tua, this is the one that you got to appreciate.
You're a Bills fan and like an LSU fan.
Yeah. Then you're like, I don't know.
But somebody will appreciate it.
I know Adam Cantwell will. So Adam Cantwell, the first big helmet, it might have been the first helmet he ever won. I think it was a Peyton Manning Flash Colts Authentic. So I was going to say this might be his best win, but I forgot about that Manning. So this might be his second best win. But the first helmet I remember Adam winning was a Manning Flash Authentic Colts. And the most recent is Tua on the replica Alabama. So Adam Cantwell, the guy knows how to win a lot of big stuff.
No kidding. He's building quite the collection through us.
Certainly is. All right. I'll put Tua next to you. That's the hit of the show so far. We'll see if someone can beat him. But off to a good start. Well, we do have a contender. This will be a good debate if we pull the Peyton Manning slab.
Right away?
I know I'm a fan of the full-size helmets more. But Peyton Manning is my second favorite athlete, or second favorite football player, ever.
Yeah.
Behind Patrick Mahomes.
Does make it tougher.
Would be a tough call, and you could win that one for $30 here in Omaha.
It's a great auto, too, on that card.
Cannot wait. Richard Link, Jerome Nightpaver, James Stanhope, Jason Burgess, Ryan Murray. Let me know on a box number in the slabs. Otherwise, I'm going to pull the randomizer up, actually, Colin. We got a bunch of breaks coming up, or at least a bunch of breaks coming up. So we'll head to the randomizer here, and we'll get right into the Omaha slabs. We have the Naughty or Nice jerseys after that. The End Zone diamond helmets. I think there's, 3 left still?
2.
2 left. Woo!
One's an Andre Johnson.
What'd you guys pull last night?
We pulled Eric Dickerson.
Oof. And that was an and more guy in that section. So
you know it's going to be good.
Andre Johnson, 50% chance at that. And I think we'll drop the loaded dice right away. I think it's ready, right?
It's ready to go.
It's already in the room. We'll go straight into the loaded dice after that.
Yes.
So 7 clicks here. We'll do box 30 in the slabs. 30 going off the ticker. If you are in that Naughty or Nice jersey break, you've got a box number, let me know. And actually, Colin, we're going to have to bring some more jerseys in. I might have put my jacket right there next to the jerseys.
Oh, yes.
But I'm seeing 1 and 2, so I'm guessing you guys did 3 through 10 should be gone.
Yeah, we did a lot of jerseys the other day.
I'll add 11 through 15. If someone calls out one of those, you don't mind stretching your legs, I'm sure.
No problem.
So we'll give you guys some more options there in the Naughty or Nice jerseys. All right, so I'm going to get these guys just randomized for the box. It was 30. Got these guys put in the randomizer here. Good luck, folks. See something good here. Want to see something good? Omaha slabs. The big name left is that Peyton Manning.
Mm-hmm.
Peyton's still the man, says Scott. Didn't make it in this one. Maybe the next one. What's up, Cole Whitehurst? Cole's got a question. What's going on, man? Drop us your question, Mr. Eagles Nation fan, Cole Whitehurst.
A man of taste.
Man of taste. Look who's in the chat. Denny's in the chat. Denny's a big-time winner in this break room. He was almost ready to give up the hobby on Tuesday night. Then he started winning again. He's like, forget everything I said. So
that's what you got to do sometimes.
Richard's got the NFC North. Ryan's got the NFC South. Jason, NFC East, NFC West. Richard, AFC North. James Stanhope, AFC South. Could be Peyton Manning. Richard, AFC East. And Jerome Nightpaver, the minibus out there in the AFC West. Box 30 count. 3-0.
Yes, sir.
What's up, Elliot? Elliot saying hello. What's going on? I hope all is good. Cannot wait to get into the loaded dice, Colin. Be that 1 end zone box left. We can drop that mid-show, that next loaded dice series.
Yes, please, man. That is the best series.
Can't wait. All right. Here we go. 30 out of 40. Scott wants 13 on the jerseys. We'll do that one next. Lucky number 13. As for the slab, ooh, okay. Well, the minibus is back in the break room, back in the winner's circle. Clyde Edwards-Helaire, rookie
Nice.
autograph card. Nicely done on Clyde. He's a very talented player. Great at LSU, national champ. To be honest with you, and you know I'm an honest guy, Colin, he might become a 1A type back because of a Pacheco, how good he is with the Chiefs. But I like Clyde Edwards-Helaire, a dual threat guy, a guy that's going to be for sure a key player, whether for the Chiefs or someone else down the road. Injuries have slowed him down a little bit the last couple years, but when healthy, truly a dual threat guy, and Clyde Edwards-Helaire.
Absolutely. He's kind of built for today's running backs, you know? You got to be able to catch the ball as well as run it, and Clyde Edwards-Helaire does a good job of both.
He does, and that is PSA certified there on the Clyde. Oh, you know what? Oh, we haven't done naughty or nice. This was a slab break. So we'll look for that bonus prize, Denny, on the naughty or nice. Oh, here we go. Cole saying I got my Tyson glove and a ball on today, but my Tyson glove doesn't have its certification card. The ball has its. So Cole, what is the cert on the Mike Tyson? I believe Fanatics, Beckett's, and I think someone else. It's a QR sticker.
Yeah.
So if it's a Beckett, you could get the QR sticker on your phone and get it that way. Some of them do not have them. You can always email our customer service team. It's possible we didn't get a cert in there, but most likely it's one of the ones that no longer is taking certs. So Clyde Edwards-Helaire on the slab for Jerome. Yep, if it's a sticker, my friend, you hold your phone next to the sticker, and that's how it gets verified. So Beckett has gone away from the paper certs. And actually, here's an example. Fanatics also has gone away from the paper certs. So there's a QR code on the sticker. You put it next to your phone, and that's where you get your verification. You are very welcome, sir. That's what happens with some of the companies. Have a feeling that most of them will do that going forward. Most of them may go away from the paper certs. So you can look it up. The cart with that number, says Denny. Absolutely. So thank you, Denny. Thank you, Cole. Always good to get some clarifications. All right, naughty or nice jerseys, number 13 coming up. Eric down to Scott. We got a new guy in the room, Tyler Ando. Also another new person, Justin Curtis. So new folks in the room. Let me know how you heard about Ultimate Autographs. Also what teams you guys like. So that would be good for sure. 13. So there you go. What was the dice roll? I see a 5 and a 4 here. I think it's 9 on the dice roll, right? Or is it 7? I think it was 7.
I think it was 7.
Yeah, it was 7. I don't know why that one. I think I randomized it into the other one. So 7 is the dice roll. We'll go 7 clicks here for our divisions. Eric down to Scott. A lot of new people in the break room of late, Colin, which I love to see.
Me too.
Love to see all the new customers. Cole likes the bonus gift. Which diamonds are left? Colin looks like maybe we didn't take one last night, so it's 5, 30, and 40. I think
it's 5 and 40.
5 and 40. Okay, so 5 and 40 left in the diamonds. So looking forward to that break next. And loaded dice, I think we'll start with the first 6.
Love it.
I think it's at 12 in that series or 15 this time around. I think it might be 15. Been 12 of late, but we might be mixing it up here with 15.
A little extra.
They love that series so much.
Yeah, I wouldn't be upset.
Last Tuesday, Colin, we sold out the entire series in a day.
It's unbelievable.
All 12 crates, 36 boxes done in a day. Okay, so we have Anthony in the NFC North. David, you've got the NFC South. Elliot in the NFC East. We got Nick in the NFC West. Scott, AFC North. Justin, AFC South. Eric, AFC East. And Tyler, AFC West. Naughty or nice? 13 out of 45. My girlfriend's favorite number. Could it be lucky number 13 for one of these folks?
Will be for someone. That's for sure.
Well, you know what? It is definitely lucky number 13. It's a new customer, and he's taking home one of the best hits in the series. It's a headliner hit. He is first in the NFL in receiving touchdowns among receivers. Second overall behind my boy Travis Kelce. We got Mr. 99 in Madden. It is Devontae Adams.
Wow.
It's the AFC West. Tyler, one spot in there, I believe. what is it, $32 for a Devontae Adams autographed jersey. By the way, this is Beckett certified. Here's that QR code right there. So Adams will not come with the paper cert. Another example of what some of the stickers look like. But this is awesome. So Adams was off to a slow start for his standards. And you look up the stats right now. I think he's second in receiving touchdowns. And I believe Colin fourth in receiving yards in the NFL. That is incredible for $32, Tyler. First ever order with us.
Unbelievable.
That is crazy. Absolutely crazy. Nicely done, Tyler, on the Devontae Adams.
How about it, Tyler?
Holy moly. I love that. I love that a lot. Let's see if he's got a bonus prize. I mean, I'll be honest with you. Even if there's no bonus prize, this guy has already won. Anything he gets after this is just, it's gravy, I guess they would say.
It's gravy.
Let me see what we got here, Colin. That is, we might have a debate. I'm partial to the full-size helmets, so I'm still going to stick with Tua, but we do have a hit of the show debate right now.
Yeah. With
the Adams jersey and the Tua helmet.
And what a start to the breaks, man.
Incredible. So Tyler's naughty, but that's not bad. That is obviously still with Devontae Adams first. Thank you. That's awesome, says Tyler. You are welcome, sir.
Yeah, man.
You
Thank
are
you for
very
playing.
welcome. I'm going to address Vinny's question here once we get through these breaks, because this is a whole debate in its own. Travis Kelce versus Gronk.
Oh, boy.
I have a feeling Vinny's not going to be happy with where I stand on that one.
Oh, boy.
But we'll get to that once we knock off some breaks, Colin. I think it's a great talking point. Talent-wise, might be the two best tight ends ever.
Could be.
It's like 1 and 1A. Tony Gonzalez obviously up
Gotta
there.
be up there, yeah.
But pure talent, Gronk and Kelce, up there for the best two, in my opinion. Maybe Vinny and I disagree with who's just a little bit better than the other one. But we'll debate that, Vinny.
I'm a stats guy. I'm gonna need to look at some stats.
Yeah, you look up the stats. I'm a stats guy too. I think the stats are going to be favorable in Kelsey's side, by the way.
That's not good. That's kind of what I figured.
Yeah.
I was going to hold my tongue until...
Yeah, hold your tongue until you confirm.
Yeah, fourth in the NFL, by the way, in yards for Devontae Adams, first in touchdowns among receivers.
I think that's what I said, yeah.
That is
so
what
good.
you said.
I was right.
You were right.
I was right. I must be going through ESPN and looking at those stats or something. Sometimes when I get bored, that's what I do. I guess I'm in the right job, apparently.
My brother and I like to send each other, we'll just send each other stats of like career stats of two different players, but we won't show the names.
Yeah.
And you'll say who's better. And you're always surprised when it's like.
Maybe we'll do exactly that with Kelce and Gronk.
There you go.
Once we get done with the breaks.
Yeah.
We do got to get the breaks done. We'll do that at some point when we're a little bit slow, which maybe never, with how much these guys are attacking the break page.
Could be.
We may not get to that one today. We'll see, Vinny. Naughty or Nice reps. We got Eric in here, Jerome Nightbaver, Scott Bogum, Elliot Nazaro, John Baker, another new customer in the room.
Johnny.
I am like 99.99% sure I will not butcher that name. That's what we call a broadcaster's name, John Baker.
John Baker.
Much easier than Tua's last name, which I still will not say on the air, Colin. I got Giannis Antetokounmpo down. I still am not going to say Tua's last name.
We're not going for Tunga Viola?
No, it's too hard for me, man. Some names are just too hard off the tongue. I just call him Tua.
I hope his name's Juan Bakur.
That would be better. That'd be better. Tyson Leach, and then we got Denny Ricker in here with the last two spots. So Naughty or Nice reps. Drop me a box number. Looks like 1, 4, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 16 available in the Naughty or Nice reps.
This has been a fun one.
That series also came and went. We did a bunch of these on Tuesday night. We closed out the series. I know you guys dropped the new series yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
Did a bunch of them again. So that's might be the hottest series in the room. I think the two hottest series right now are the College Mixer and the Naughty or Nice.
Yep. Can't agree more.
So, I mean, you can tell why. In the End Zone is the best series for sure in the room. But obviously there's only 2 boxes left. A lot of headliners gone. These guys get shy when the headliners are gone, which makes sense in most series, but in the End Zone doesn't make any sense because the filler hit in that series is better than almost any headliner in our other series.
Especially with like loaded dice on the horizon with it as well, extra incentive.
Yeah, I want to close that series this show. so we can drop loaded dice mid-show.
I love it.
There's a Derrick Henry Flash authentic in the next loaded dice that I am just super pumped for.
Absolutely. Josh Lasseter, where you at?
Yeah, where are you at, Josh? Mr. Lasseter. All right, so I'm going to get these boxes prepped. I've not heard on a box number, so I'll let the randomizer pick the naughty or nice reps. I was going to say randomizer's been picking heat. I think the Tua came out of a randomizer, but we did get the box call with Devontae Adams.
That's right. Last second, too. So
we do prefer you guys calling box calls. Makes the show flow smoother, gets you guys involved as well. But otherwise, we're happy to randomize. Denny's saying call it Vinny. So typically, you can only call out numbers if you're in the break. However, we do allow people picking other people's numbers.
So it's like a proxy.
So if Vinny calls one out and Denny's like, I'm going to go whatever Vinny picks, I'm good with that. If you're in the break and you're good with that, I'm good with that.
All right.
So obviously, Vinny is pretty good at calling numbers. So we can have a proxy, Denny's number via Vinny. I mean, Vinny's a very active guy in this break room. So anytime we can get him involved, it makes it a lot more fun. I am going to get the randomizer prepped. If you guys in this break, okay, so Vinny says 12 for Denny. So okay, we'll do 12. I mean, not surprising. He goes with the Brady box.
Hey, Vinny's a good guy to have as a proxy. That guy's awesome.
He's not a bad proxy for sure. So we'll go 7 clicks here for our divisions. Good luck, folks. Let's see some heat here. Randomizer going up, 7 clicks. Naughty or nice reps. The first break of this today, I would say far from the last.
Mm-hmm.
Far from the last. The minibus, Jerome Nypaper's got the NFC North. This series, by the way, Colin, is the one with the triple sign Cowboys.
No kidding.
Emmitt Smith, Troy Aikman, Michael Irvin.
Crazy.
That's ridiculous on one helmet. So Jerome, NFC North, Eric, NFC South. If that Cowboy helmet comes out, it's Tyson Leach in the NFC East. Denny Ricker, he's got the NFC West. Look at that. Dennis Ricker, looking all official on that one. I like that.
Mr. Ricker now.
I'm good with that. Scott Fulgham, AFC North. Elliott Nazaro at AFC South. John Baker, AFC East. Welcome to the room, John. And Dennis Ricker, AFC West. Here we go. 12 out of 40 in the naughty or nice. I love naughty or nice. It's such a cool series. I love bonus hits. I know we haven't hyped it up enough, but one of the bonus hits is a Deebo Samuel replica helmet. Ooh. So I know there's a lot of gift cards, a lot of minis and jerseys. We do have some full-size reps as bonus gifts as well in that series. And more actually on the way as well. But Deebo Samuel definitely one that we could see in that series.
Could see it right now.
Possibly. I know what we'll see here. We got, this is very different here. This is very, very different. This is a great player. This is far from the first team I think of when I hear this name. There's actually 2 teams I think of before I see this team. I almost forgot he played on this team, to be honest.
Wow, I'm excited to hear it.
Let me make sure this is, I think this is him. We have a little Plaxico Burress on the Jets.
Yeah, whoa.
Jets Lunar, Plaxico Burress. I think of him as a Giant. I think of him as a guy who got the winning touchdown in the Super Bowl, a Pro Bowler, a Steeler as well. But this is Plaxico on the Jets. Beautiful lunar helmet. And how about this? New guy in the room. First ever order. First ever win. Plaxico Burress.
Wow.
AFC East Jets helmet. That is different. I don't know if you've got it pulled up, Colin. What are your years he played with the Jets?
Yeah, let me pull it up real quick.
I think it's definitely less than the Giants.
It has to be, right?
It has to be.
Has to be.
So there you go. John Baker, nicely done, sir.
He played 1 whole season with the Jets.
1 season with the Jets and how many with the Giants?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 6 actually with Pittsburgh.
Okay, so the Jets, you never know what's coming out of the break room. You never know what team he's coming out of. Congrats, John Baker. Nicely done.
Pretty decent year, though, for the Jets. He had 612 yards, which is meh, but 8 touchdowns to go along with it. Not bad for a guy late in his career.
Absolutely. Plaxico Burress, he was so good. Was he on one of those or 2 of those Giant Super Bowl teams?
I think he was just on the one.
Just on the
just
one.
on the one.
But he caught the catch in it. I think that was the
Oh,
year.
he was a big part.
I think, was that the year they were undefeated? I think it was the Tyree play. And then Plexico got the game-winning touchdown.
I think you're right.
So that was low-scoring game. Plexico Burris coming up big at the end. Really good player in the NFL, too. A guy who was a multiple 1,000-yard receiving season player. Plexico Burris.
He was fun to watch, man, for a long time. I had a jersey of Plaxico Burris.
Really?
Yeah, when I was like 10.
That's
I don't know
random.
why.
That's pretty. I mean,
Very
I
random.
like it. I like it. Let's see if there's a bonus prize for John Baker. And let's see if it's just Plexico Burris or if he's got potential bonus prize coming out. Ooh, look at this. Our next Naughty or Nice stickers are a little different than the ones we had.
Oh.
So new series, new stickers. Naughty John Baker, you've got till December 24th, Christmas Eve, to make it up to Santa Claus. You've got some
Plexico
time.
Burris.
Don't worry. It's not the final verdict.
Yeah, Plaxico Burris was a little naughty too, so it's fitting.
It's fitting, right? Isn't it?
That was a cool lunar, though. I liked the Jets lunar.
I
That
was
nice.
shocked that, like, when I saw the cert and then I saw the helmet, I had to do a double take. I was like, is that right?
Yeah, wait, what?
I think he played on that team. But actually, I wrote it up already. Plexico Burris. Let me hand you a couple of these helmets, Colin,
Sure.
so we stay organized. We don't get boxed in here. I'll give you Plexico, which is good of a player as he is. You know he's not going to be in the hit of the show discussion. And I'll give you Tua's box and the slab card. Tua we can keep here, though, because he won't be in the
He's still
discussion.
winning.
Adams as well. We'll keep Devontae next to me here.
Sounds good.
We got some trivia from Bob.
Oh, boy.
So 6 times a team has had consecutive winners. The Heisman Trophy, the first 2 you'll never get. First was in 1936 and 37 from Yale. I would have guessed that, actually, because Yale or Harvard were my guesses, because they used to be good back then.
Okay.
Couldn't name the players, but would have guessed that. The second I knew because I have a football signed by both of them. Army's Doc Blanchard, Mr. Inside, and Glenn Davis, Mr. Outside, in 45 and 46. What are the remaining schools who had consecutive Heisman winners? And can you name the players? Clue one of the players had their win vacated. So it was Reggie Bush and Matt Leinart. That's the vacated one. I think it was Matt Leinart first, then Reggie Bush
That sounds
second.
right. Yeah.
I think we had Oklahoma had that stretch. Was it Baker and Kyler?
Baker and Kyler, yeah.
Baker Mayfield,
Yeah.
Kyler Murray back to back.
I'd buy that.
So
Did Alabama have it?
Archie Griffin himself twice. Vinny, that's correct.
Wow.
He's the only guy to win 2 Heisman Trophy wins.
Oh my God, are we gonna pull Archie Griffin right
Might
now
pull him
in
next
the end
time.
zone?
It happened last time. Oklahoma is correct. USC is correct, says Bob. OSU by Griffin's correct. So how many are we missing? I think just 1, right? We've got the 2 he gave us and the 3 we got. We're missing 1.
What? When was it? Alabama? Devontae Smith won. Did somebody go in between, either before or after him?
I think so. Because I think
Bryce Young?
well, we
Was
had
he next?
Devontae Smith, then Bryce Young. Is that right?
Or was there
Or was there
somebody
one in between? I think there wasn't. Devontae Smith, Bryce Young.
That's my guess, yeah.
Yeah. I don't think there was one in between. If there was, it was 1 year.
Bama Smith and Young.
Yeah, there you go.
Look at that.
We're pretty good, Colin.
We did it, man.
We're pretty good.
Bob's trivia, I shoot at probably a 10% clip, so that feels
Yeah,
good.
That was good. A little higher than 10, but certainly, usually, we don't get his trivia. It's usually very hard. I mean, not to say this one, I guess it was modern. I have a pretty wide base of knowledge, I would like to think, at least, Colin.
Mhm.
But obviously, the more modern we get, the easier it is.
Yeah, I think I got one of those, so
It's not bad.
not bad.
In the end zone, number 1, best series in the room coming up. Jerome Nypaver, Philip Reckner, Richard Link, Ryan Murray, and Steve Durkee. Let me know what you guys are feeling. Vinny plays in a trivia league every Tuesday. That sounds
trivia league?
incredible.
That sounds awesome. Is that like a bar?
Is it virtual? Can I join? I guess I work Tuesday nights, Colin.
That's not going to work.
But I want to join Vinny.
Have a UA team join Vinny's trivia league.
Oh, gosh. I think we do good. Alabama, I believe, says Bob is one of the most Heisman, just not consecutive. That makes sense.
Notre Dame, he says.
I think USC has won a lot, too, I believe. So I'm going to get a box here on this break. I haven't seen any of these guys in the chat today, Colin, so I'm going to randomize 5 and 40. End zone diamond helmets. I was thinking Tim Brown and Joe or Rocket Ishmael. So Tim Brown did win a Heisman. I think that Joe Montana, did he win a Heisman? I'm not sure that he did. I don't think Rocket Ishmael won a Heisman either. Montana was like a 3rd-round pick, Colin, believe it or not. But maybe he won a Heisman. For some reason, I think he didn't.
It's hard to go through all his stats and just find Heisman. The
It would be right there.
I don't see Heisman.
Yeah, I don't think Montana won a Heisman. I don't think Rocket Ishmael won a Heisman either. I do know that Tim Brown won one for sure.
Yeah, he didn't win one. Doesn't look like he won one either. Walter Camp Award.
Okay.
But yeah, no Heisman for him either.
Wasn't he 3rd-round pick, Joe Montana?
Let's go.
Is that correct? I think it's 3rd-round pick.
3rd-round pick, number 82. Yeah. You're on fire today.
I mean, I look up a lot of stuff that usually seems pointless, but now it seems like it is definitely worth it. I got to impress these guys somehow, Colin. They got to know that I'm not just some guy who comes in here and just doesn't know anything about sports, you know? I mean, we do have a sports job. Like, how is he here? We'll do box 5 is what the randomizer picked. We'll go 7 clicks here. Now, Bob gets in here with, like, retro hockey trivia. Then I'm toast. So
we need Joe for that.
We need Joe for that. That is definitely true. Denny's saying OSU, Oklahoma, Notre Dame all tied with 7. Okay. And a lot of those Oklahoma ones have been recent. We'll see if C.J. Stroud can win it. I think Caleb Williams was the heavy favorite for USC, but given what happened in the Pac-12 championship, I would say it's pretty wide open. Stetson Bennett's a contender as well, so we'll see who wins it this year. It definitely will not be a unanimous type situation.
Nope, not this time.
All right, in the end zone, diamond helmets. We got Phillip in the NFC North, followed by Steve in the NFC South. We have Richard in the NFC East, Richard NFC West. We have Jerome AFC North, Ryan AFC South, Jerome AFC East, and Steve AFC West. I'm going to message my mom and tell her all that time I spent looking up random trivia. You had to listen to me as a kid, Mom. It's paying off. I found my people in this break room, Colin. Found our people.
Now, Vinny was saying yesterday he is 100% sure would bet anything Andre Johnson's in this box. That was before we did the 3rd box.
One. So, okay.
He said he would bet anything.
I am 50% sure he's in here.
Always playing the odds, this guy.
Vinny, what are you betting? Do you hear about the bet I lost to Vinny?
Oh, yeah.
Has he mentioned it, or did I mention it to you?
I think somebody mentioned it.
Oh, gosh. Yeah, I got to get a Bengal hat. We had a bet on the Bengals and Chiefs game. Maybe you were here when we first placed it. Maybe you were here.
I think I was here, yeah. I remember
that. So if the Bengals won, I'd have to wear a Bengal hat. If the Chiefs won, I'd have to wear a Chief t-shirt. And I've been very busy. I'm not stalling, Vinny. I'll do it. I got to order that Bengal hat.
I'm excited.
I'm finding the cheapest one I can find. To be honest with you, I like the Bengals. I like Joe Burrow a lot.
So you're not too mad.
I'm not, like, furious, but I obviously was mad because I'm a Chief fan, how that game happened. I also lost money on it as well, but it happens.
So it didn't go well.
Yeah, it did not go well.
It'd be like that sometimes.
Randomizer's up. Boxes are ready. We're going box 5 out of 40. Let's see if it's Andre Johnson. Vinny's saying any takers on the bet. Oh, my God. Name the only Heisman Trophy winner who has its team stadium named after him. Think about that one. See, Bob's like, Kamen's not going to get all my stuff. He's like, Bob's out for blood. He's like, these guys are getting too much today. I want to humble these young kids a little bit, right? Colin, I could beat most people in trivia. I would not win against Bob.
I wouldn't even challenge him.
I would not challenge him.
Now, I would like to partner with Mr. Boulay.
Yeah.
Like, go take people's money in some bar in Vinny's competition.
Yeah. Okay. So, Vinny is literally a genius. The man knows everything there is to know. Here is Andre Johnson, flash authentic. I speak from experience. Do not bet against Vinny. He'll be right. You'll lose. I didn't know it was a flash helmet, though.
I didn't
In the
either.
listing, we had Andre Johnson, one of the all-time great wide receivers, a guy that's top 15 all-time in receiving yards, a legend at Miami in college, a legend with the Texans. It's a flash authentic Ryan Murray single spot snipe $80 for an Andre Johnson Flash. How about that?
That is gorgeous.
That is clean. Absolutely clean. Love that helmet. That slick says Larry, or actually that's sick. Nice helmet says Denny. Vinny loves the Flash. Wow, sweet hit. Congratulations, says Eric. It is definitely a very cool hit on the Andre Johnson Authentic.
I think that was worth the $80.
I think so. Ryan Murray. Ryan's a big Patriot fan, but he'll like this one. Andre Johnson Flash Authentic. Here's the auto, number 80. That is how we do it here in the break room.
Beautiful.
Not a photoed headliner in the listing, but not a photoed headliner. So this is a second tier hit in this series. It's how good it is. Let's knock out the last box and we'll drop loaded dice mid-show here, guys. Congrats, Ryan.
Let's do it. That's actually like, now it's a mystery. Who knows what kind of heat's in that last box, which is great.
And some of the best helmets in that series have been the and more guys. Personally, I love quarterbacks. We pulled the Jim Kelly Lunar Authentic, and I was like, would you rather have that Marcus Allen headliner, or would you rather have Jim Kelly Lunar Authentic? I would take Jim Kelly any day.
Yeah.
I know you guys had the Eric Dickerson yesterday.
Eric Dickerson.
I would take Eric Dickerson over Marcus Allen.
I agree.
So the and more section, up for debates. The and more section might be as good as some of the other helmets in the series. So let's knock out the last box. We'll go straight to loaded dice after that, and we'll have a good time here in the room. By the way, the question, Vinny knows a lot. Vinny's saying the last Heisman Trophy, the only Heisman Trophy winner to have his team stadium named after him, Niall Kinnick. 1 in 39, was killed in World War II. It looks like Iowa named the stadium after him, the Hawkeyes. That's pretty cool.
I love Iowa Kinnick Stadium, I guess. Their little tradition where they wave to the
cancer patients,
yeah,
right?
That's so nice.
That is so
the
cool.
Children's Hospital or whatever it is.
Colin, I swear to you, I was about to say the exact same thing.
Really?
I'm not joking. I was going to say the exact same thing. Great minds think alike, man. That's how we do it. And more is fire, says Eric. I mean, I agree. Just what are we waiting for?
I mean,
there's 8 spots to go. What are we waiting for to knock out that last box?
Specialty helmets. I mean, I remember, I don't think it was this Diamond Series, but the last one, we pulled that O.J. Simpson Salute to Service helmet, which is ridiculous. We had a Terrell Suggs Speed Flex at one point, which is insane.
We had, I know it's maybe not as big of a name, we had a Hydro Authentic Jamal Lewis Ravens helmet that was ridiculous in that and more section.
Crazy.
So no one took my bet on the Johnsons, says Vinny. Why in the world would anyone bet against you, Vinny? Let's be real. If you're betting against Vinny, I don't know why you would do it, because the guy's a winner. I mean, I don't know what I was thinking when I bet against Vinny last week. I'm learning. Do not bet against Vinny.
I'm excited to see in the hat. It's gonna be fun.
It's gonna be fun. More fun for some than others. I'll say that for sure.
Man of the people.
Man. So loaded dice is gonna be coming up. Did our Shopify, the whole like format of Shopify looks different now, doesn't it?
It's changed. You're trying to do the search? Yeah, the search is weird.
The newest. How can I do the newest?
I haven't found it yet, I'm being honest. I've been over here trying to do it.
All right, loaded dice helmets. I mean, I guess they would all say loaded dice.
Yeah.
Because I want to pull up. I'm guessing the graphic is ready for that one. So loaded dice. We'll have to figure this out because we'll drop it here soon.
Yeah.
So crazy.
I've been silently panicking.
Okay. I'm looking for it. It's like, what do we do on Shopify? There's a way we could search the newest, because hold on, what is this? Nope, that's not the one. Loaded dice. I guess you may have to go through manually down the page until you find it. That might be the quickest way to do it, maybe.
Yeah. Once we're like 4 away on this last diamond, I'm gonna be like, well, I'll be searching.
Well, loaded dice, I can tell you this: that series has Derrick Henry in it, Joe Montana's in it. Going to be a lot of fun, the next loaded dice.
Absolutely.
Vinny's saying Gronk wouldn't have fumbled against Travis Kelce. Okay, so we'll do 2 things. First, Colin will do a top-to-bottom rundown of everything on the break page, and then we'll do some statistics between Kelsey and Gronk. And you know what? I'm going to list the stats like you were saying, and we're going to look at them, and we're going to be unbiasedly looking at them.
Unbiased. I like it.
So that's what we'll do here. All right, randomizer going up, guys. Here's a look at everything we have on the break page. Top to bottom rundown in the end zone. Diamond helmets. This is obviously a ridiculous series. 1 box to go. We don't know what it is, but we know it's going to be good because everything in that series has been electric. 6 spots to go in the naughty or nice replica helmets. Look at who's in the break room all of a sudden. First time seeing this guy in the break room. Sauce Gardner.
Amazing.
A little Jets action, and believe it or not, the first time I ever pulled that Jets helmet, I made the mistake of calling it a flash. It took about 2 seconds for Bob Boulay to correct me, of course. That is not a flash helmet. That is just how awesome the Jet standard helmet is.
I think it looks better than their flash.
I think so too. I know the flash is silver, but this one looks more Jet-like.
I agree.
We have Jalen Waddle on the 305 helmet. I have a trivia question for the chat here. And how about this? The first person to get this trivia question, we'll give him a $10 gift card.
Wow.
Right now, Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle are both top 5 in the NFL in receiving yards. When is the last time that we had 2 teammates that were top 5 in the league in receiving yards? I'm going to give these guys 5 minutes. If we can get this by 4:50, we'll give you a $10 gift card. If we don't get it by 4:50, no gift card.
When was the last time we had 2 in a series? Is that what you're saying?
No. 2 players in the NFL. Not related to our Ultimate Autographs break room.
Okay,
2
gotcha.
players in the NFL, 2 receivers, 2 teammates to both be top 5 in receiving yards.
At the same time.
At the same time. And
on the same team.
it's shocking.
Shocking.
Absolutely shocking. Neither guy will be a Hall of Famer.
Wow.
That's the first clue. So it's shocking. If someone Googles this, that's karma. They will win no breaks ever in their life. So if you want to Google this and be that type of guy, you can.
Yeah, don't do that.
But if you can get this and not Google, I'll be very impressed.
I want to hear it. I'm excited.
It's shocking.
Vinny says Emmanuel Sanders and Demaryius Thomas. And then Larry says Chris Carter and Randy Moss.
So that was almost instantaneous. I want to be on this guy's trivia team. Because it is Emmanuel Sanders and Demaryius Thomas.
Wow.
So you can give Vinny a $10 gift card. He earned it.
I don't think he Googled it either. He said that right away.
He said that right away.
Yeah.
That is a lot of quick Google work.
That came up almost as soon as you finished talking.
That was crazy. Demaryius was second, and Mr. Sanders was 5th that season in receiving yards.
That's crazy.
So Carter and Moss probably have done it, Larry, but not the last one. Back to the breaks, though. Sauce Gardner. Full-size rep is out there. Jalen Waddle. I think you guys pulled Barber and Chubb yesterday. Is that correct? I believe you guys pulled those guys yesterday.
Yeah.
But Chris Carter, top 5 all-time in receiving touchdowns on the flashes out there. We have Eric Dickerson, the single-season rushing record holder. Then we have Emmitt Smith, Michael Irvin, Troy Aikman, 3-time Super Bowl champions together, both on the flash replica helmet. That is ridiculous. Come and get it. 5 spots to go in the naughty or nice jerseys. So I think Dalvin Cook is still out there. Your boy Miles Sanders, the GOAT receiver Jerry Rice, all-time rushing leader Emmitt Smith. We have the Tua still out there as well. One of the best quarterbacks in the NFL today. Naughty or nice jerseys. That is the chase today. We have 6 to go in Omaha. 9 boxes left. Peyton Manning is still out there. A little bit surprised that series isn't moving a little bit quicker, given that we now have a 1 in 9 chance of the Peyton Manning slab card.
It's pretty good odds.
So odds are excellent there. We have 3 spots to go in the college football mixer. John Elway mini helmet still out there. The Dak Prescott, I believe that's a full-size rep, or is that one an authentic? I think it's
I can't tell, actually.
Okay, I'll look into this after the show, make sure I'm correct. I believe, but the Dak full-size helmet's out there, John Elway mini helmets, and then all the jerseys are out there. Tony Pollard, we haven't seen that in the break room ever, to be honest.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome.
Jalen Hurts, your boy. Beast at, I think that's Oh, is that Alabama or Oklahoma?
I think we looked it up, and it's Alabama.
It's Alabama. So Jalen Hurts, Alabama jersey. And then that's Tyrann Mathieu, a beast at LSU.
That's amazing.
Kansas City Chief, great as well. No longer with the team. But a lot of good stuff in that college series. We have 7 to go in the mini double box break. Your boy Jalen Hurts is off the board, but Colin, I believe the rest of the headliners are out there. Andre Johnson, LaDainian Tomlinson, Trayvon Diggs, Emmitt Smith, Tyreek Hill, Franco Harris, and Devin Butterworth's guy, Warren Sapp, as well in the mini helmets. And then the Pay Dirt Authentics, 3 to go here before we close out the series and drop a new Authentic series. So that is awesome. Come and get those breaks, guys. Let's pull some heat. So I just heard this on a broadcast. Carter was the inventor of the sideline catch. Okay, Chris Carter. Chris Carter is, if we're talking about like most underrated players in NFL history, that might be where you start. All-time receiving touchdowns, Colin. Chris Carter, I'm pulling it up right now. I want to make sure I'm correct. Yep, I would have been correct. 4th all-time in receiving touchdowns. Think about that. The guys ahead of him, Jerry Rice, who is, arguably the GOAT. Mm-hmm. Randy Moss, T.O., who played in a little bit bigger passing eras.
Definitely.
Like Chris Carter to have 130 receiving touchdowns, played primarily in the 90s, a little bit in the 80s and 2000s, but that's ridiculous.
Yeah, I mean, I think he's a top 5 receiver of all time.
I think it's safe to say.
Yeah.
Safe to say on the Chris Carter.
And we got him.
We got him.
Room.
He's a regular.
Yeah.
We have a lot of Viking stuff in the room. Randy Moss is a regular, Adrian Peterson, Chris Carter, Justin Jefferson.
Yeah.
If you're a Viking fan, this is the break room for you.
I've seen Dante Culpepper pop up a couple times.
Yeah, Dante Culpepper could have been a Bear. The Bears could have had Dante Culpepper and Randy Moss. Instead, we got Curtis Enos and Cade McNown.
Yeah, those guys.
I don't blame you if you don't know who those guys are. There's not much to say about them. Not much to say about them. So tough to be a Bears fan sometimes.
Big whoopsies.
3 spots to go in that college mixer now. And we have 5 to go in the Naughty or Nice jerseys, 5 to go in the reps. Come and get them, guys.
Not including Bryce Young, named the last Heisman winner not drafted in the first round.
So Bryce Young will obviously be drafted, but hasn't been drafted yet.
So then there will only be one.
Yeah. Well, no, you're saying the last. There might be multiple.
The last, right, yeah.
The last one not drafted in the first round. I'm going to go just top of my head, Mark Ingram. For some reason, I feel like he was drafted in the first round, but I'm going to go Mark Ingram.
Okay.
I don't know if I'm correct, but I mean, running backs, I guess they stopped drafting him in the first round a little bit after his time. I'm going to Google Mark Ingram right now just to make sure.
I don't know.
Oh, it's Derrick Henry. Vinny was right again, so I was close.
Derrick Henry.
Mark Ingram, by the way, drafted 28th overall.
Okay, so he was
barely. I mean, but
he made the cut.
Well, he was a Heisman before Derrick Henry, though. Mark, have you ever seen that photo of them next to each other? How much bigger? Like it was even when Henry was a college player and Ingram was in the NFL. They're next to each other, and Derrick Henry is so much bigger than Mark Ingram.
I would have guessed Lamar Jackson. Wasn't he like round 2, pick 1?
Take a look. So Henry, by the way, 45th overall. Lamar Jackson. Lamar won Heisman or Derrick Henry. I know they're roughly the same time. Lamar was the last pick in the first round, by the way.
Oh, I thought he was the first pick in the second round.
32nd overall.
I thought he was 33rd.
So Jackson was first, 32, says Vinny. Yep.
Vinny is on fire today.
Look, Colin, if I'm starting a trivia team, the first 2 guys that want on my team are Bob Boulay and Vinny Batani.
Boy.
That's an all-star team right there.
Yeah.
All I got to do at that point is I'll be Draymond Green. I just got to pass the ball. They'll call me a legend, even though I just passed the ball to Steph Curry and Klay Thompson. Instead of the Splash Brothers, it's the Trivia Brothers.
You're going to be like Leandro Barbosa.
That's right.
There you go.
I got a ring. I was part of the greatest trivia team
Sean
ever.
Livingston.
I know the NFL 90s and present, says Vinny. I mean, makes sense.
I have like a Philadelphia Eagles trivia game at home. I guarantee if I bring it in here and like play them, I will lose. I think they know more than I do.
That sounds like fun, Colin. Honestly, that sounds like fun. That's his specialty, 90s to present. You know what? One of my favorite games as a kid was, like, well, not even a kid, I guess as an adult. Did it in high school and college, and I still do. But when I first did it, do you Sporkle ever?
Yeah.
The Sporkle trivia?
I love doing Sporkle.
Getting all 32, or all the NFL, NBA, NHL, and MLB teams. Getting all of them. And fun. I kept going until I got it. And, like, hockey was obviously my weakness, but I got it eventually. So there's a lot of fun stuff on Sporkle.
A lot of fun stuff.
That's great for trivia, for sure.
I tried to do the White Sox starting lineup in the last, like, 10 years. It just went, like, every year. What was their opening day starting lineup? Ooh. It was very hard.
So I was the Vinny Battani in my high school swimming class. It was senior year of high school. We had to do swimming, but we would be given free time. We wouldn't have to swim laps. We would just play water polo the whole time. Yeah. If we got the trivia questions right for sports, and I was the only one in the class who would get them. So everyone loved me in our gym class. And one of them was to name the entire Cubs roster at the time, current roster. And it was a tricky question because they had just done the September call-ups like the day before. So that's why it was the baseball coach who was the PE teacher. So a lot of it was baseball trivia. And I got all 25, and he was mind blown.
Wow.
So
I should have given you a week's worth of free time.
I know, right? So I love trivia. We are knocking out that naughty or nice replica helmets like crazy. We've got 2 spots to go. Come in here and close up this break, guys. Chris Carter is in this break. Emmett Smith, Michael Irvin, Troy Aikman, all on one helmet. Eric Dickerson, still looking for Jalen Waddle, Sauce Gardner as well. Other names in this series, Jim Kelly, I don't think you guys pulled yesterday.
Nope.
Carson Palmer, I think Edrin James, you maybe pulled him.
Yeah, other than that.
But, I mean, fantastic series. Naughty or nice, come and get it, guys. That is 2 spots away, our next break. Bob's got a question for you, Colin.
Okay.
Top 2 wide receivers in Eagles' career touchdowns.
Oh, God. I know number one has to be Harold Carmichael.
Okay, Harold Carmichael.
And number 2 is probably an older guy, too, that I'm like,
okay. I guess the longest time with Donovan McNabb, the problem was they didn't have a legit number 1.
Yeah.
Like they had like Freddie Mitchell. I'm going to guess Deshaun Jackson, just because. Deshaun Jackson was,
I bet he's top
was a good
10.
player.
I bet Jeremy Macklin's probably top 10.
Oh, I love Jeremy Macklin. I've interviewed him. Mizzou guy, actually know him. I've interviewed him multiple times when I covered Mizzou.
I love Jeremy Macklin.
Macklin's fantastic.
I don't think I'm going to get number 2, Bob, but I guarantee he's an older player.
It's Mike Quick, and he was quick. Mike Quick was quick.
Mike Quick was quick.
Number 2. Okay. I just remember those Eagle teams like in the early 2000s when McNabb was the quarterback. I think they had Brian Westbrook. I think Deuce Staley. And there was one more. They didn't have like a triple threat running backs back then.
Well, I know they had Correll Buckhalter.
Maybe that's it. Yeah. But they were so good. They didn't have a receiver. Then they got T.O. and they made the Super Bowl.
They were insane.
That was such a good team. Losing to, of course, Brady and the Patriots.
As Benny will be quick to point out, I'm sure.
D. Jackson, I'm guessing that's Deshaun Jackson. Is that what he's talking about? Because that was my guess. He was pretty good for a long time, Deshaun Jackson.
Oh, yeah.
And he's back now. I think he's a Raven at the moment.
I believe you're correct. And I think he got hurt already.
Oh, well.
He
was with the Raiders, I think, last year. And I remember that Thanksgiving game got a touchdown, and I won a bet on it. It was pretty cool.
That's nice, yeah.
All right, we have the naughty or nice reps are filled up. That break is coming up. Let's go Merino box on reps. That is 13, Vinny. We'll do 13 at the Merino box. I like how these guys have caught on. Someone once, it was a new customer. I called something the Walter Payton box or something, 34. He's like, so Walter Payton's in there? I'm like, no. No, it's just a famous number, player of that number.
That's hilarious.
So I call 15 the Mahomes box, 18 the Manning box, 12 the Brady box, and 13 is the Marino box. Or the Kurt Warner box, if you want to go with that one.
True.
Could be the Kurt Warner box.
All right, 13 then. I'm having a hard time trying to find the number 2.
Who's a player that was number 2?
No, just on the naughty or nice thing. The next listing.
Oh, okay. Yeah. We'll have to do like a little refresher on how to how to search for stuff after the show. Both of us, Colin, with that new Shopify. That's brand new, by the way. It wasn't that way Tuesday when I was here.
I don't think it was like that yesterday.
Shopify, why are you doing this to us?
Yeah, why would they change their search factors?
I don't like it.
I hate it already.
Naughty or Nice reps number 2. We got Adam, Travis, Colin, Ray, Denny, Ethan, and Vinny here. Do we ever get Peyton? We haven't had him yet, but maybe we can get him at some point.
That would be cool.
I know, obviously, there's not going to be a lot of Walter Payton stuff for obvious reasons. But hopefully we can get him at some point. Vinny eliminated 1 spot in the last Diamond Box. Let's find out who that last helmet is. I agree.
Yeah,
Denny. And Deshaun Jackson, only 35 receiving touchdowns for the Eagles. So I guess he probably had
not a lot.
Probably had some returns as well. I know we had that famous return to win the game that one year.
Oh, man, that was one of my favorite games of all time. Probably my favorite. I think I like that. I mean, the Super Bowl.
Wasn't that against the Giants?
Yeah, they were down by like 24 points or something like that, and they scored 4 touchdowns in the fourth quarter.
Crazy. Absolutely crazy. All right, 13, the Merino box. We'll go 7 clicks here for our divisions. Good luck, folks. Let's keep it rolling here. Let's see what we got in this next break. A lot of good stuff coming out in the breaks today. A lot of good chatter, but also a lot of good breaks. Let's keep rolling on these breaks here. Just random names for the all-time Eagle touchdown guys.
Yeah, they're old guys, I'm telling you.
Old guys.
Probably like Jaworski era, before that even.
Jaws.
All right, there it is.
I have a feeling that A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith, in 10 years, it might be those 2 guys.
A.J. Brown is 25 years old.
Exactly.
If he's going to stay on Philly with Jalen Hurts, can you imagine?
Yeah, in 10 years, it'll say A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith.
It's amazing.
That's how good those guys are and how young they are.
I'm excited.
Also, no offense, Colin, but speaks to, I guess, not that they're bad players, but usually, I guess not really a receiving tradition for Philly, historically at least. But we'll see.
Yeah, no, you're right.
We'll see. I mean, in Chicago, we don't have a receiving tradition either. That's for sure. We have a tradition of bad quarterbacks, which usually goes hand in hand with bad receivers.
Hey, that could be. You might have broken it.
Yeah.
Who knows with Mr.
I hope so.
Fields.
Definitely running the ball. Got to see more passing. All right. Naughty or nice. NFC North is Dennis Rickard, Colin Pelletier, NFC South, Vincent Batani, NFC East. Denny's got the NFC West. We got Ray Hogan. He's a Bears fan. He's got the AFC North. Adam Ryan, AFC South. Travis Weaver, AFC East. And how about this? We have Ethan Williams, AFC West. He's a Bronco fan. So he is in the right division, Mr. Ethan Williams. Let's see what we got here in our Naughty or Nice. This is the second replica break of the show. Woo-hoo. Oh my gosh. This is a ridiculous helmet. I know the player maybe doesn't excite everyone as much. For me, this is one of my favorite players to pull because of the autograph game.
All right.
We got Dermontti Dawson on the Steeler Class Replica Hall of Fame 12 inscription. For the longest time, I would come in the break room and say the best signature in sports memorabilia, Dermontti Dawson. I have since been converted by Bob Boulay to a Curtis Martin. And once you go Curtis Martin, you never go back.
Yeah.
But Dermontti Dawson, Hall of Fame center, one of the best offensive linemen ever. Beautiful autograph, single spot snipe. Ray Hogan, AFC North. Nicely done, Ray. That is how we do.
God, another one spot snipe.
That is legit.
Absolutely, man.
Another relatively new customer, too, taking home the snipe. I don't think Jalen Hurts won the Heisman.
He didn't win a Heisman.
He didn't. I think he was I believe he was a finalist when he was with Oklahoma. I could be wrong. Did not win, though. Did not win a Heisman. I mean, it's not easy to win a Heisman. It's not like they just throw these Heisman trophies out there.
Yeah. No, definitely not.
It's not easy.
That is a great signature on one of the greatest Flash helmets as well.
It's a beautiful
I like it a lot.
Flash. Beautiful Flash for sure. Congrats, Ray. That's how we do it. B Money saying fire helmet. We got Eric saying congratulations. Sharp looks a helmet on that for sure. So absolutely. That is very clean. Let's see if we got a bonus prize, Colin, here.
Oh, yes.
For Ray Hogan.
This is naughty or nice, isn't it?
So we have Bob saying, so you think the A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith tandem is better than Mooney and Claypool? I mean, I agree. I think so. I think it's safe to say, Bob. I hope that Mooney and Claypool work out. I like Dante Pettis personally. Could have a bright future for him.
Gotta stay healthy.
But still, I mean, talent-wise, not at that level. All right, we have a nice card here. Ray Hogan. So, Ray, if you're watching, let me know. Well, he is watching because he said thanks very much. Let me know which stocking you want me to pick out of. The one behind me, the one in the middle, or the one to the right of me. And after the show, I got some bonus cards I'll be putting in there, by the way.
Ooh.
So some bonus cards. These were meant through the Naughty or Nice jerseys. We have the Naughty or Nice reps up, so I will put some bonus cards in here.
I like it.
So,
Santa came back.
Santa's back. Common Claws. That's what Chris Roberts calls me, at least.
I love Common Claws.
Common Claws.
Are you going to come in a big Santa suit one day with a beard?
I will at least have a hat. I can promise that.
All right. I like that.
I don't know about the rest, but I always feel like I'd be a pretty good Santa Claus, personally.
I think you could do it.
Have kids one day. That'll be one of the first things I do. I volunteer to be Santa. It would make my girlfriend very happy. Ray wants the middle, okay? So everyone either wants the middle or the one behind me. Bob Boulet's the only one who's picked the right. No one likes the right one for some reason. The one closest to you, Colin,
Well,
it's not you because when it was Steven and Dylan, it was the same deal.
Interesting.
They just don't like that one. It's a little. I think it makes sense. I guess if we had it at our meeting too, people read left to right.
Yeah.
And it makes sense. No one wants the last one.
Guess so.
We've got ourselves a UAT shirt. So Ray Hogan, let us know what t-shirt size you are, and we'll send that to you. I think, have you been putting the bonus column there for the gifts?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. So that'll be in the winner sheet. Ray, let us know what t-shirt size you are. I do say they run a little bit small, as in between, if you're between XL and 2XL, get the 2XL.
Mm-hmm.
Would you agree, Colin?
Yeah. I'm usually about a large, and
Yeah.
I got an XL, and it fits.
Yeah, so go a little bit bigger. But if you are truly an L, you could get an L. I'm not saying they're tiny,
Yeah.
but if you're in between, opt for the one that's a little bit bigger. Ray wants the XL. Okay, Ray, XL. That works. Congrats on 2 wins. I like those UA t-shirts. They're pretty cool. I actually have mine, I believe, underneath my shirt here. So always like to rep the UA t-shirts.
I need to talk to Annette about getting us like white ones or something. Because
Yeah.
I have cats and they shed like crazy.
Oh,
so
I
my
know.
black shirts are always just covered.
Same.
Yeah. So
I've got dogs, but same problem.
yeah, same.
Although
same
my
issue.
girlfriend's family has dogs and cats, so I get everything.
you get it all. You know exactly what I'm
my
talking about.
Mizzou black hoodie, oh man, it's just game over.
Yeah.
Game over. It's just terrible.
I hardly ever wear dark colors. It's impossible.
So 4 spots to go in the Naughty or Nice jerseys, 3 spots to go in the college mixer. Those are our closest breaks right now. Let's keep it rolling. Let's talk about the early hit of the show so far. I'm going to go with the Tua, all due respect. I know Andre Johnson is a flash. It's an authentic. But Colin, I know we had the Adams jersey as well. But we know in memorabilia the quarterback is valuable, even on a rep helmet. That's my leader in the clubhouse. How about you? We'll put this up here.
Yeah, feels like it's hard to disagree. I give this, pretty close though. The fact that it's an authentic and it's such a gorgeous flash.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people forget how good Andre Johnson was in the 2000s.
I think so, because
was
whenever we put him up as a headliner, we did that pick 1, get 3.
Mhm.
Andre Johnson was greatly disrespected here. So I think he's great. Absolutely great.
I agree.
Named the 4 head coaches with the first name Mike Ditka. Mike Singletary was also head coach. He's talking about active guys.
I feel like it has to be active. There's had to be so many Mikes throughout.
Isn't there
There's
Mike McDaniels? Or no, that's
Josh McDaniels.
Josh McDaniels.
Mike McCarthy.
Mike McCarthy. Yeah, it's got to be
Mike
active.
Vrabel, right?
Mike Vrabel? Yeah, Mike
I think
Vrabel,
it's
yeah.
Mike Vrabel. Yeah.
Tennessee coach, former Patriot player.
Isn't what's the Dolphins coach's name?
Oh, the young guy. He's
The young
awesome.
guy. He is hilarious.
I love him. Like, I literally love that guy.
Yeah, I see TikToks of him all the time.
He's
and, yeah,
fantastic.
it's so funny.
He's fantastic.
I can't remember his name off the top of my head, though.
I can picture him with the glasses and he actually reminds me a lot of Mizzou's football coach. Those two guys. Mike.
What's no? That's Nathaniel Hackett.
Oh, are we talking about the worst coach in the NFL?
Yeah, the most overrated coach.
Well, I don't think he's even rated anymore. At
No,
least
he's
not anymore.
Got to be on the way out, right? One and done.
Mike McCarthy, Mike Tomlin,
good
Mike
one.
Tomlin, Steelers. We just pulled the Steeler helmet. That should have been the first one that comes to mind. All due respect to the other Mikes, Mike Tomlin is a beast. So we're missing one. It must be the Dolphins.
Oh, is it Mike McDaniel? Is that the Dolphins coach's name?
I thought so. Mike McDaniel.
Mike McDaniel. Okay,
See,
you got it. You were right.
That's why I got confused because I think there's the Josh McDaniels.
Josh McDaniels, yeah.
And there's a Mike McDaniel. So I was correct. I know I'm not going crazy.
You were not.
Usually I take a day off work, and sometimes it takes me a little bit of a adjustments show, the happy hour show.
Yeah, right.
And I was like, am I going crazy?
Nope, I just dismissed you.
Can I lost too much sleep watching the World Cup? I'm an 8-hour sleep guy, Colin. During the World Cup, I've been closer to 6. So it's been tough functioning sometimes.
At least you can calm down a little now. I mean, they're still starting at like 9, but at least it's not 4 in the morning or whatever it was.
4 was just the one Argentina game.
Yeah.
We got the 9 on Friday and Saturday. Then Tuesday and Wednesday, it's 1. But I will be nothing but calm on Friday. I'm going to be pacing. I'm leaving our work party early just to watch the Argentina game. It's going to be stressful.
Got to do what you got to do.
Absolutely. Who was that helmet from? Ray Hogan. That was a full-size flash replica. Dermontti Dawson, a Steelers legend. One of the best autographs and memorabilia. He was a center. Fantastic center. If I had to pick one team, Colin, that has the best autographs, it's the Steelers. It seems like almost every player on the Steelers, both present and current, is always... I wonder if the PR team gets with these guys and tells them, sign these autographs pretty good.
They are good. I mean, now that I'm thinking about it, Hines Ward, Jerome Bettis both have great ones. Joe Green's is really good.
Franco Harris out there in the mini helmets. Terry Bradshaw's got a good one.
You're right. I agree. You convinced me.
Steelers have the best auto game for sure. 7-time Pro Bowler, by the way, on the Dermontti Dawson. 6-time first-team All-Pro. NFL 1990s All-Decade Team. Pro Football Hall of Famer. Pretty good stuff, Mr. Ray Hogan.
Absolutely.
So let's see here. So we did figure out the naughty or nice where it was. The next one is up. So
yes, I found it.
6 spots to go on this next one. We have, I would argue, well, maybe not. I guess Nick Chubb did get pulled. That's a pretty cool hit. But you can make a case that pretty much most or not all the best headliners are left. So the best headliner in this series is far and away Emmitt Smith, Michael Irvin, Troy Aikman. They won 3 Super Bowls together. That's a flash replica helmet. It is extremely clean.
So cool.
3 autos on 1 helmet. You really can't beat that. A lot of specialty helmets, actually, all the headliners other than the Jets is a specialty helmet. Those are worth more, obviously. Chris Carter, flash replica helmet. We talked about him earlier in the show. 4th all-time in receiving touchdowns, Colin. And then we have Eric Dickerson, who has one of the more impressive sports records. If you can have a record stand for, close to 30 years, you're pretty good. Actually, hold on. I'm bad at math. 1984, it's now 2022. So that's
just short of 30 years, right? Oh, no.
No,
just
that's
over. Yeah, it's
short
over.
of 40.
Just short of 40
that's
years.
38 years for Eric Dickerson. Now, I'm actually good at mental math normally. I wasn't good at geometry, but I had to process. Am I right? It's 38 years. So
38 years.
The single season rushing record set by Eric Dickerson in 1984, 2,105 rushing yards. I know that because we had a helmet inscribed with that exact number. That is such a cool helmet, such a cool player on a beautiful lunar helmet.
Absolutely.
We have Jalen Waddle, who he set the rookie record for catches last season. He is currently top 5 in the NFL in receiving yards, I believe 5th exactly. We have these debates about best receivers in the league. We always bring up Tyreek Hill, rightfully so, Justin Jefferson, Jamar Chase, Devontae Adams. And I'm guilty of not putting this guy in the top 5 conversation because statistically he's 5th in the league in receiving yards right now. he's got to be in that conversation.
I would say so.
And I love that 305 helmet, too.
It's sick.
That is so cool. We pulled that exact helmet on a Tua Authentic in the last loaded dice.
We've been seeing him in the college, too, in the Miami version.
Yeah.
Which is pretty sick.
It's very clean. Jalen Waddle was actually the second best receiver on his college team. Devontae Smith was better. Waddle had more pro prospects, they said. And, I mean, Devontae's great, but, I mean, right now, Waddle's even better, which is saying a lot.
Absolutely.
Think about that. Those guys both came out of Alabama. Tua, Mac Jones, Jalen Hurts throwing to those guys. It's no wonder Alabama was pretty good.
Yeah, no kidding. What a receiving core. And now they're both still. I mean, Jalen Waddle, Tyreek Hill, probably the best 1-2 punch in the game right now. And you could argue A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith is right behind him.
Yeah, right behind him. But no question, Waddle and Hill's the best. Sauce Gardner is out there on the beautiful Jets helmet. Yep. We pulled Tiki Barber, Nick Chubb. And this is no disrespect to Tiki Barber, but in my opinion, he was the worst headliner in this series. Given how good the headliners are.
I love Tiki Barber.
Tiki Barber was so cool. It's such a good helmet.
Yeah.
But Tiki Barber, Nick Chubb getting pulled. Those other names are still out there in the naughty or nice. So I would hop in there, guys. We should do a bunch of that series today.
I love that all those helmets kind of look like Christmas ornaments, too.
They do. They do. I'm pumped for Christmas. My favorite holiday, Colin.
Oh, it's got to be, right?
So 7 spots to go in the end zone diamond helmets. We had a lot of good stuff coming out. That Joe Burrow ripped Lunar Authentic was insane. I do a personal podcast, Colin, and on my podcast with my buddy, I call Joe Burrow the second best quarterback in the NFL. Ahead of Josh Allen, put him at number 2 best quarterback in the NFL. Burrow is fantastic.
He's pretty great.
He's pretty great. 1 helmet left. It's not a headliner, but they're all good.
Absolutely.
We get straight into loaded dice once we close that out.
I mean, Eric Dickerson's a headliner in that rep series. He was an and more guy in this one.
Exactly.
That's all you need to know.
Naughty or nice jerseys. One of the most underrated running backs is actually your boy Miles Sanders. We're talking about looking up stats. I don't know what it is after this week, but prior to this week, I believe he was top 5 in the league in rushing yards.
Yeah, I mean, I think you're right. It's the best season he's ever had in his career.
He's fantastic. He's still young.
Yeah.
He's still young. Dalvin Cook, another great running back. Emmitt Smith, all-time leading rusher. Jerry Rice. He's got all the receiving marks. Tua's out there again. A lot of good options in the naughty or nice jerseys, guys. Come and get those. Definitely cannot wait to pull all that heat. Football slabs, we got 6 spots to go. Actually, I think I said 9, but there's actually 8 left.
Looks
even
like
better.
8.
So Peyton Manning is one of the last 8 slab cards. Peyton Manning still has the record for most NFL MVPs. 5 NFL MVPs. That'll be a tough mark to top.
Yeah, and, you know, we brought up the combo of having 1,000-yard partners or whatever, top 5 in receiving yards between Emmanuel Sanders and Demaryius Thomas. I think Peyton Manning's a pretty big reason why.
Yeah, I think he did it too. We have to look it up, but Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne got to be close as well.
Oh, I'd imagine.
But that's what I said. That was my trivia question on my show with my friend. Think about those 2 guys and what they were without Peyton Manning and what they are with him. Shows you the differences he made. A lot of people talk about him having Harrison and Wayne, but maybe part of the reason those guys were so good is because they had Peyton Manning.
Has to be.
So crazy. 3 spots to go in the college mixer. A lot of good headliners left. Most of them out there. John Elway, Dak Prescott, Tony Pollard, Jalen Hurts, Tyrann Mathieu. A lot of good stuff left, and the band is on the field. Cannot wait to see that John Elway mini helmet. That is one of the ones that I'm most pumped about, Colin.
It is cool.
7 to go in the mini double box break. All the headliners out there, minus Jalen Hurts. So that's Andre Johnson again, LaDainian Tomlinson, Trayvon Diggs, Emmitt Smith, Tyreek Hill on the Flash. Dolphin Flash, one of my favorite helmets out there.
Gorgeous.
Warren Sapp is out there as well. Franco Harris. Again, another Steeler who signs really well.
Yeah.
Clean auto on him. And then lastly, we got 8 to go in Pay Dirt Authentics. So a lot of good stuff coming out in this series. Only 3 boxes left. Come and get it, guys. So let's do these blind stats now for Vinny. Let's do the blind stats. I'm going to put some numbers out there in the Restream chat. You guys will tell me who you think is the better player, just strictly from the numbers.
Tight end 1 or tight end 2?
Yep. And I'll post the regular season numbers and the playoff numbers first. So, Vinny, do not say who is who. I know Vinny will know immediately who is who. So, let's keep it respectful here, Vinny.
Let's keep it respectful.
All right, so tight end 1, 139 games in his career, 9,974 receiving yards, and 69 receiving touchdowns. That is 71.8 receiving yards per game. That's his regular season numbers. I'll drop in his postseason numbers as well. Postseason, let's see here. 15 games, 1,291 receiving yards, 12 receiving touchdowns, and 86.1 receiving yards per game. Tight end 1 above. All right, tight end 2 below. Let's see the numbers on tight end 2 here. This is going to be fun because I'm actually curious. I have done this before a while back, but I don't remember that. So this is actually pretty close because you look at career games played, almost identical.
Wow.
143 games for tight end 2. We had 9,286 receiving yards, 92 receiving touchdowns, 64.9 receiving yards per game. That's the regular season. Then the playoffs, 22 games, 1,389 receiving yards. That is 63.1 receiving yards per game. Then 15 receiving TDs. So,
wow.
What? I mean, the resumes are actually very close.
They're very similar, yeah.
The resumes are very similar. So, tight end 1, a little bit more receiving yards and more receiving yards per game in both the regular season and the postseason.
And then tight end 2, more touchdowns.
More touchdowns.
In both as well.
So
interesting.
Very interesting catches. Let me look at catches. So tight end 1 versus tight end 2. Tight end 1 catches. So the first guy did have more catches. To be fair, tight end 1 did have more catches, but not significantly more.
Mm-hmm.
So it really depends on where you fall on how important are touchdowns. Because I'll be honest with you, if you're picking tight end 2, you might argue that Antonio Gates is better than Tony Gonzalez. Because Tony Gonzalez has more catches, more yards. Gates has more receiving touchdowns. So which one are you taking? Tight end 1 or tight end 2? I'm taking tight end 1, Colin.
I like this as pure stats.
Pure stats.
It's just stats. I don't know. It's tough.
It's very tough.
So the yards they're not dramatically
different. Not dramatically different. But then you look at the playoff numbers too, though. I know we said tight end 2 has more touchdowns, but you look at 12 touchdowns in 15 games for tight end 1, and that is 15 in 22 for tight end 2. Actually, tight end 1 has more receiving touchdowns in the playoffs per game.
Yeah,
not true. More total. So he's got the advantage everywhere except for regular season touchdowns, which is definitely tight end 2.
Yeah, I mean, he's losing by almost 20 or over 20 touchdowns, I think.
Yeah. So Eric gets tight end 2. Vinny goes tight end 2. So these guys are disagreeing with me here, which is fair. Vinny's asking for the fumble stats. Of course, Vinny would be asking for fumble stats.
I think he already knows who's who.
I know he does. Of course he does. Of course, Vinny knows who is who. Vinny is a savant. Fumble stats, tight end 1 has 12 in his career. Tight end 2 has 5, which sounds like a crazy number, but that's like 1 fumble per season. That's not ridiculous. You know, Vinny's going to have the narrative that one tight end fumbles all the time, the other doesn't. But we're talking about one averages about half a fumble, the other averages about 1 fumble.
Well,
so it's not really that dramatic of a difference.
And what we're not measuring, see, this is what, if we're just looking at pure tight end stats, though, because I was going to say we're not measuring Super Bowls or anything. It's tough. It's tough. They're both right there.
They're both right there.
Yeah. I think, for me, I'm going to say tight end 2 by a smidge.
Okay.
But that is subject to change.
Yeah, I'm going tight end 1 by a smidge. But again, this is, so tight end 1 is Travis Kelce. Tight end 2 is Gronk. Kelce's numbers, receiving touchdowns are going up by a lot.
Exactly.
And that's because Tyreek Hill was gone. For the longest time, minus the 1 season that he had Randy Moss, or maybe 2 seasons, whatever it was, Gronk was the number 1 touchdown target for Tom Brady. Obviously, Travis Kelce, many of those seasons was like 1-1-1-1-A.
Right.
Now he's the clear number 1. Those touchdown numbers will look a little different by the time he retires. Very close, though.
Yeah.
I don't have a major issue with someone saying Gronk is better. I like Kelce just a little bit more, but both are fantastic.
Yeah, I'm taking Gronk 4 now, but I think when it's all settled
and
down.
Gronk, I think, has what? How many Super Bowls?
I think
is it 3,
4? 4 Super Bowls.
4 Super Bowls. Kelce has 1.
Yeah, he'll probably get at least 1 more.
Yeah, it's a debate. It's definitely a close debate.
It's interesting.
So crazy. Vinny's talking about overall tight end. So one thing about Travis Kelce that doesn't get measured in the stats, I know we'll talk a lot about blocking. We have a college break coming up, by the way, guys. So let's definitely get back to breaks. We can keep having debates, but I want to have orders to go along with those debates. But one thing that doesn't get measured in the stats is how smart Kelce is. I've looked up some stuff on this, like extra tape, and how much he helps Mahomes on the sideline. He's the one that told Tyreek where to go on that 13-second play. He went up to Mahomes, and Andy Reid told him, hit Tyreek here, hit me here, we'll get the field goal. That's something that isn't measured in stats.
He's a field general.
He's a field general, and that's something Mahomes himself has said. Travis Kelce is the smartest player I've ever played with. So I don't necessarily agree with what Vinny's saying there about being a better overall player, because even though Gronk might be a better blocker, I think Kelce, of any tight end ever, does more to make his teammates better beyond just the stats because of how well he understands the game.
I agree.
So, to each their own. Obviously, I'm a Kelce fan. Vinny's a Gronk fan, but I respect both players for sure.
Yeah, you guys both bring up very good arguments for both sides.
Ban on the field number 2 is next. Let's get rolling on ban on the field number 2 here. Let's see some heat. Looking forward to a lot of good stuff in the break room. So drop me a box number. Again, Vinny, you might say he's a better blocker, and I don't know about 1,000 times better. If he said 2 times better, I might buy it. But I think there's more to an overall player than just what you do on the field.
Right, he makes up a lot more. What he lacks in blocking, he makes up for in offensive playmaking for sure.
Yes, he does, and I don't think he's a bad blocker either. I don't know. I don't think there's
sufficient.
I don't think there's a narrative like that. There's actually a TikTok of Chief players where one of the guys asks everyone who their favorite teammate is. And the most popular response was Travis Kelce.
The Eagles did the same thing, and it was Jason Kelce.
And so something about the Kelce brothers are great.
They know what they're doing.
So Ken, Nick, Tom, William, Steve, let me know on a box number in the college mixer. Otherwise, I'm getting the randomizer pulled up here, and the randomizer will pick. Think about that. Those two could be playing in the Super Bowl, Colin. The 2 Kelce brothers.
That would be epic.
And you and I will not be friends for about 2 weeks. I'm sorry to say. We will not be friends for 2 weeks.
I feel like it's going to be me wearing Eagles get up all week. You're wearing Chiefs get up all week.
Gotta do that for sure. Nick Boyer wants 13. All right, 13 going off the ticker. We will go 7 clicks here on the dice roll.
That's navigate with all these.
That's fine, Vinny, and I would argue with you that you won't find someone that says that Gronk understands the game as much as Travis Kelce. But again, to each their own. I mean, I agree with you. I got to do more blocking analytics because I'm a stats guy. I do know that there is a reputation of Gronk being a great blocker.
He's huge.
But I've never heard anything about Kelce not being a good blocker. So I don't know. And then obviously blocking does matter, but what matters more? Receiving matters more in the modern game.
I mean, especially in that Chiefs offense, he's such a huge part. And it's one of the best offenses I've seen in a long time.
Absolutely. And what's great about him is Tyreek Hill's gone. Everyone can focus on Kelce, and it hasn't hurt him at all.
Vinny's not wrong, too, though.
Yeah.
He says also Gronk's the most popular guy in the locker room. I saw a thing where Gronk, was teaching new players about finances and how to handle their money. I'm like, that's a really nice thing to do. Because these new players, you never know what they're going to do.
Again, I got to do more research on that. I just know what I've heard about Travis Kelce. There was a long piece they did about Patrick Mahomes, and he said that Travis Kelce, something like this, was the smartest player he's ever been around.
Yeah.
So that is a big comment.
I don't think there's a clear answer yet.
Yes. To be determined.
Yeah.
And it's close. Like, Vinny, you can say what you'll say, and hopefully we can agree on this. You may say that Gronk is a little better. I may say that Kelce's a little better, but the gap is very small.
Yeah.
Like, if you think that Gronk is way better than Kelce, you're wrong. If I think Kelce's way better than Gronk, I'm wrong. It's a debate.
They're both right there.
They're both right there. So if you're going to tell me that you think Gronk's a little better, I'm good with you. If you think he's way better, that's where you lose me.
Yeah, a little bit.
That's where the bias might come out.
And I don't think that's what he's saying. So
no, I don't think so either. I don't think so. I think he's saying that he's way better at blocking, which again, I can do more research on the topic. I buy him as a better blocker, but when I hear way better, that's where I start to I don't know,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It all depends on the team too, what you're asked to do. So that is definitely a key part of that as well.
You're not wrong.
7 clicks here for our conferences in the college break. We got Tom up top in the ACC. We've got Steve in the Big 12. Big 10 is William. Steve is SEC. Pac-12 is Nick. Independent Group of 5 is Ken. So here we go. And I think a healthy Kelce over a healthy Gronk. I would go Kelce, but again, very close. I think Kelsey's a little bit faster than Gronk for me, personally. But I don't know. Vinny might have some 40 times. We'll see. On the field, Kelce looks a little bit more athletic speed-wise, not necessarily, strength-wise.
Yeah, I was about to say, Gronk is a force. That dude will just run people over.
Here we go. We've got 13 out of 40 ban on the field. Let's see some heat, guys. I know Bob's got some Wonderlic scores. We'll take a look at those in a second as well. We've got a mini helmet here, Colin. Oh, okay. So prior to last week, I would have told you I'd never seen this in the break room, but he was in our last college series.
Okay.
One of the best coaches. I know there's a lot of question marks about him off the field, and I agree with all of them. But on the field, one of the best coaches ever in college. And look at this mini helmet. This is the Florida Chrome mini helmet. Chrome Florida Gator mini helmet. Urban Meyer. That is clean, Fanatic certified. SEC, Steve Durkee on the Urban Meyer. Strictly look of a helmet. I know obviously we're going to it because of the player. But strictly the look of the helmet, even though it's a mini, this is the coolest looking thing coming out today, Colin.
I agree. Look, I think flashes are amazing, but chromes to me,
are better.
It's a different level, man.
It's like flashes on steroids.
Yeah, when you set that down, you can literally see our studio behind us.
Yeah, Vinny, take a look, man.
That's what you can see.
We had a chrome, I think, another time, and Vinny's like, or it was a visor maybe. He's like, I look at the studio. So there's the studio. Take a look through the chrome mini helmet. That is fantastic. Congrats, Steve Durkee. Nicely done on the chrome Urban Meyer mini helmet.
And look, if you're going to have Urban Meyer signed anything, I think this is what you want, right? Because he was legendary at Florida.
This one. And he was a great coach at Ohio State, too. I mean, I think that some guys have a better personality for college and some have a better personality for the NFL.
Yeah.
Urban Meyer, I think, is used to having that, total power. I'm the guy. I can get through college kids more.
Sure.
Didn't work as well in the NFL, but I think it's a pretty cool piece of memorabilia. Something different on the Urban Meyer.
I agree.
Eric saying, very nice. Congratulations. I agree. Nicely done on Mr. Urban Meyer.
That's cool, too, man. The orange chrome. Woo!
There you go. Looking at the chrome, you should take down that poster of Greasy hanging on the back wall.
I think you said Giselle.
Oh, okay. I see.
She's single now, Bob. We can do what we want.
I see what you're talking about. We don't have that poster, Bob. We keep it PG-13 in the break room. PG-13. Colin and I, significant others, don't have to be subjugated to those things, Colin. So, Vinny wants him on the Jags. Of course you do, Vinny. Of course you do. The highest Wonderlic scores of NFL players. Number 12, Matthew Stafford. 11, Eli Manning. Okay. Take that one for what it's worth, Vinny.
What is Wonderlic?
Number 10, Sean Mannion. Number 9, Alex Smith. Number 8, Carson Wentz. Number 7, Blaine Gabbert. Number 6, Kevin Curtis, a receiver. Number 5, Ben Watson. Greg McElroy is 4. Ryan Fitzpatrick, 3. Mike Manula is 2. Then Pat McNally, punter, is 1. And then we have Kelsey is 24. Mahomes is 22. So Wonderlic is the most overrated stat ever. It's like a test they do based on your football knowledge, where you don't even play a game. You think you fill out a test, and I mean, it shows you how irrelevant it is by looking at some of the names. Like Blaine Gabbert. I covered Blaine Gabbert as a college student at Mizzou. Blaine Gabbert is not the 7th smartest player in football history.
So I'm guessing they ask 50 questions, and then those are their scores out of 50?
Let me know, Bob, exactly how that works. It's used to test like the football brain, Colin.
Yeah, I just see that the /50, so I'm guessing that's all of their.
That's your score.
Yeah, like Pat McNeely got a perfect 50 out of 50.
Genius.
Genius.
I mean,
the best player ever.
Fitzpatrick went to Harvard, so you would think he would pass a test like that pretty well.
Yeah, he's on that list, right?
You can't really judge game speed in a test like that, because you might be smart when you're given a question, but how smart are you when you have to get rid of the ball really quickly?
Yeah.
Because Fitzpatrick had some turnovers. Blaine Gabbert at Mizzou had some turnovers as well in the NFL. Very different.
Blaine Gabbert, I was saying this the other day. I mean, talk about draft busts, unfortunately.
My boy, Blaine Gabbert. The sorority girls at Mizzou said he wouldn't be good, Colin. So the sorority girls aren't picking you to be good. I don't know what you're going to do at that point. Wonderlic's more of an IQ test, not football knowledge. It predicts how well you can pick things up. So that's fair.
It's true, though, what you're saying. It's like a lot of it's reaction, though, in the NFL. Like, once you can strategize and figure things out, that's great. But a lot of times, things are happening that you're not ready to happen, and you got to be able to act.
Well, it's like
that's more important.
It's like playing high school basketball. You might be smart, you might know the plays, but running a motion offense, sometimes it's not easy.
No, definitely not. And then you throw in when you got audibles and other things going on.
Yeah, that's for football. It's even harder.
Even harder.
I'm using basketball as the example. So, guys, it is 5:36. I'm going to give you a top-to-bottom rundown on the break page, an official last call for orders during the happy hour show. We have 6 spots to go, and the band is on the field, College Mixer. We have some of the best pieces of memorabilia in this series. We have one of the all-time great NFL quarterbacks, John Elway. He played in that famous game for Stanford. Great college quarterback, a great mini helmet, and the band is on the field. Dak Prescott on a full-size helmet. Dak was phenomenal in college. I'm a little bit shocked that he was a 3rd-round pick. I think he was. Very good college player. That's when I was covering Arkansas Razorback football back then. And he had like a 500-yard game, like 5, 6, 7 touchdown passing game against the Razorbacks. Guy was incredible.
I was so disappointed when the Cowboys got him.
Yeah, he's good.
He's good.
Very good. A little bit of a tough season this year, but he can regroup.
Oh, yeah. I like Dak Prescott, like as a person.
He's a good guy.
Yeah.
And he's went through a lot.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
Definitely went through a lot. Tony Pollard, as a lot of folks are saying, hashtag better than Zeke. He is out there.
Who's to say?
We have Jalen Hurts, Tyrann Mathieu. A lot of good stuff in that College Mixer. That is $37 a spot. You can win a lot of other incredible stuff. Have we seen Jim Kelly or Heinz Ward come out yesterday?
I don't think so.
So those guys are out there as well. That is a 40-box series. Everything is good. Naughty or nice replica helmets. This one has maybe my favorite piece of memorabilia in the break room at the moment. I know you're not a Cowboy fan, but neither am I, to be honest. But as far as memorabilia, I love anytime we get multiple autographs on a helmet.
Absolutely.
Emmitt Smith, Michael Irvin, Troy Aikman on the Flash helmet. 3, you can make a case, like not necessarily the 3 best Cowboys ever, even though I think Emmitt Smith is number 1. But if we're looking at most popular Cowboy players, those might be the top 3, just because, some of the younger current people know about them, then the old school people know about them as well. You can win 3 Super Bowls together. How many running back, quarterback, receiver trios have won 3 Super Bowls together? I'm guessing not many, if any. These guys have done it where they're such key parts. I'm not talking about like a Kevin Falk on the Patriots, where he's like a backup running back. He was a part of all of them. Elite level players in their position to win 3 Super Bowls together. That is fantastic. Chris Carter, 4th all-time in receiving touchdowns. Would love to own that. Eric Dickerson on the Lunar. Still the single-season rushing record holder. Then Jalen Waddle set the rookie record for catches last season. He is 5th in receiving yards right now. And how about this? Maybe the best young cornerback in the NFL. Heck, one of the best corners, period. Sauce Gardner.
I agree.
That is a clean helmet. Cannot wait to pull the Sauce Gardner. Come and get it, guys, during the happy hour show or tonight's 7 p.m. show.
Still hasn't given up a touchdown in the NFL.
Incredible. End zone diamond helmets. We got 1 left. We will go straight into loaded dice as soon as we knock out in the end zone diamond helmets. It's a fantastic series. This and more section has included, flashes. It's included Hydro Authentic helmets, big names, Jim Kelly, O.J. Simpson, Eric Dickerson. Everything is good in this series. You will not be devastated by the last helmet. We got 4 to go in the Naughty or Nice jerseys. Looking for Dalvin Cook, Miles Sanders, Jerry Rice, Emmitt Smith. Tua's in here again. I would say now is the time to get that Tua memorabilia. It's going to go up in value even more. Such a great player. Strongly recommend hopping in. Getting a Tua potentially for $32.
Sheesh.
6 to go in the Omaha slabs. 8 slabs to go. Peyton Manning is one of them. 5-time NFL MVP. 1 in 8 chance at a Peyton Manning. Only $30 a spot. I'm a little bit curious why this hasn't taken off.
It doesn't make sense to me, but
does not make sense. Slabs usually popular in the room as well. Peyton Manning certainly very popular in the break room. Speaking of a series that hasn't taken off and it should, is the mini helmets. I mean, this is a incredibly good series in the minis. Andre Johnson, Tomlinson, Trayvon Diggs, Emmitt Smith, Tyreek Hill, Franco Harris, Warren Sapp. I mean, it is a insane series. Come and get it, guys. So last call for orders. Give you guys 4 more minutes till 5:45. If we're close on a break, we'll keep going. Otherwise, if we're still pretty open, we will regroup for tonight at 7, Colin. We will have a football game tonight. I almost forgot about it. We will take score predictions. You get the exact score right tonight, you get a $20 Ultimate Autograph gift card. We've got a showdown of 2 of the most disappointing teams in the NFL season. The 5-7 Raiders, who I believe were 3-7. I think they've won 2 in a row now. And then we have the 3-9 Rams. Raiders are a 6.5-point favorite.
Dang, that's big.
I don't know if I told you, Colin, at the moment, I'm taking an NFL betting break. I'm sticking to the World Cup.
Yep.
NFL has not been kind to me this year. World Cup minus Spain's game on Tuesday, which was a disaster. We take that game out of it. Things have went pretty well. So I will not be personally betting on the game. And, of course, usually when that doesn't happen, my gut feeling is usually right when I don't bet on it. So I'm going to pick the Raiders to win, but the Rams to cover. I'm going to go 23-17 Raiders. Rams cover 6.5.
Okay.
What do you got on the score tonight?
I don't think the Rams are going to score that much.
Okay.
I'm going to give them 10 points.
10 points.
I'm going to give the Raiders 23. I'll go with that.
23-10?
No, 24-10.
24-10 Raiders for Colin.
So I guess that's a cover. I guess 6.5 is
that's a cover.
An easy cover.
Vinny's saying hammer the Raiders 31-20. Okay, so disregard anything I've said. Follow Vinny. He knows what's up. We actually hope that the Raiders do win because it's good for our UA fantasy team. I don't know if you heard the news.
I haven't.
We are in first place in the Ultimate Autographs Fantasy League. It is a 3-way tie for first. We've got 6 more points than the second place person and 30 more than the third place person.
I like it.
So we were in 9th place, 3 and 8. No, 3 and 5, excuse me. We're now 8 and 5. 5 straight wins.
5 straight wins
for the UA fantasy team.
Dang.
So first place, and our league is so bunched up. Normally, if you're 8 and 5, you're fighting for a playoff spot in a 10-man league. But our league is so close, 8 and 5 is good enough for first. 9th place, by the way, or 8th place, I think it was, is 6 and 7. So first and 8th are only 2 games apart.
That's crazy.
So speaks to the amount of parity we have in the league at the moment.
It's going to be fun going down the stretch, see what happens.
$500 gift card to the winner.
Woo!
So that could, I mean, if we win, no one's getting anything.
Or we just distribute it amongst ourselves.
We should. You know what? You're giving me ideas. You're giving me ideas. We all get some money.
Yep, I like that better.
We would have earned it. We had the last pick in the draft, and we're doing good. We got lucky, by the way, because I was going to draft one of the busts, to be honest, Najee Harris. Najee Harris gets taken the pick before us, so I had to get Joe Mixon, which has worked out pretty good.
That worked out, yeah.
So that worked out pretty good for sure.
Like, Vinny's rooting against the Rams the same reason I'm rooting against the Saints.
Draft picks,
Draft picks.
Draft picks. Lions get the Rams first pick. Okay. Lions are favored against the Vikings. One of the more curious lines of the week. Maybe we'll talk more about that tonight. Looks like that's going to do it for the breaks.
We need, we got to do wheel spin.
Oh, a chase wheel spin. Colin, I almost forgot, man.
I also did until
I tell you, you take a break in the break room, takes a second to get going. We'll do the chase wheel spin. If a break is full while we're doing this, we'll break it. Otherwise, it'll be the last thing we do here. We did, let's see, the 1 jersey break. We did a slab break as well. End zone, that's 3. 2 naughty or nice, that's 5. We did 2 college breaks, so that's 7, I think.
I think that's what I got, yeah.
Felt like more, but that's because we're having so much fun in here. Guys, we can chat sports with you guys as much as you want. However, tonight, we want to get more orders going as well, Colin. The randomizer's going up. We'll go 7 clicks here. Top one after 7 is what we'll do for the chase wheel spin. You're almost forgetting something. 6 and 7. It is Justin Curtis, new guy in the room. Justin, we'll give you about a minute, man. If we hear from you, we can start anywhere you want on the chase wheel spin. Otherwise, Alan will start on 1. So it's 1 to 100. We spin the wheel, whatever it lands on, that's the money that you get. So we can start on 1 as the default. Otherwise, we can start on your favorite number. Going to be a fun show tonight. Going to be a fun show.
Should be, man.
A lot of good stuff in the room. Definitely going to pull some heat.
If we get that last diamond off, too, and get loaded dice on the table.
Yeah, it'll be crazy. I have not seen this guy. Definitely to get that diamond out of the way, says Denny. I agree.
Couldn't agree more.
Let's make that a priority tonight. Knock off the diamond. Tell you what, it is 5:46 right now. This is for the folks who are still listening out there. If we can knock out the diamond by 7:15, we will do a chase wheel spin for everyone in that diamond break. Must be by 7:15. Okay. So that is a
7:15.
Unless it lands on diamond as the chase, then we would automatically have it. So then you have the whole show. Let's start on 1, Colin.
All right, here we go.
Big money. Justin Curtis. Justin.
Slow down. Horse speed up.
Justin. That's not terrible. 41.
First.
$41 gift card, Justin Curtis. I think that you guys just got to get used to the flow of this wheel spin because I do like this look better. However, we are offering you guys the option of having us spin it how we used to. Because that way you can get, potentially, if you think, a higher number.
Right.
Because Steven does not have this timing down yet. You did a little better than Steven did.
Yeah, I think I gave away like $80 last night.
So you've had more experience, though. It started with you on this one. So we can still spin the wheel the way we used to if you want, on top of the desk. But if we don't get someone requesting that specifically, we'll do it the way you're doing because it looks cooler.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
But I think Steven he spun a 1. But I look at it, it's close to 100. So
that's true. He was almost perfect.
Was almost perfect. But I think he's got to get that. But I think some of his other ones were lower too.
Oh man.
So it's getting muscle memory for Steven. All right, guys, it is 5:48. It's about to be 5:49. I'll give you guys till 5:50. Another minute or two here. Otherwise, we'll regroup for tonight's show. Colin, hit of the show. I think we're going to agree it's Tua, right?
I agree, yeah.
Where legends are made.
Pretty sweet.
That is a fantastic Shut replica helmet. Customer won this for $37.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
That's not bad. That is not bad.
It's excellent, I would argue.
So tonight's going to be the same series minus, hopefully, loaded dice. Hopefully, loaded dice is going to be in the room tonight. That would be a ton of fun.
Absolutely.
Triple box break of full-size helmets, 2 reps, 1 guaranteed authentic headliner. Pretty much, I would say it's a guaranteed authentic because I know half of them roughly will be in the listing as headliners, but all of them are headliner-worthy names.
Absolutely.
So, guys, we'll see you tonight at 7 p.m. Central Time. In about 1 hour and 10 minutes, it's 4 and 7 Central Time, Monday through Friday, 2 and 7 Central Time on Saturdays and Sundays. See you guys very, very soon, Colin. Cannot wait.
Me either.
See ya.